Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Knowledge Transfer. In today's topic, I will be covering what are the process do we have in accounts receivable or Oracle Fusion. So I will not be covering all the topic today, like I will be making a separate videos for all the separate process. So I will start with the very basic one, that is the one is how to create a transaction in the accounts receivables and how to create a receipt for that particular transactions. So, as it will not take much time, what I will do is I will be showing you from where those transactions, whenever you are going to create a transaction. So the accounting entries used to be generated, right? So the very first accounting entry will used to be is receivables to revenue. So from where those account is going to pick it up and why it is from here, why it is not from this side. I'll be showing you when I will be walking through the screen. So let's quickly jump into the system and see like how to create a transaction. And those who haven't gone through my basic videos of accounts receivable, I will suggest you guys to go through that basic videos like how we are going to do the basic setup for the accounts receivables. Otherwise, you won't be able to sync with like how the process is going on. You won't be able to like connect with that. So to create a transaction, go to the navigator. So this area, three burger size like this line we used to call as navigator. Click on that. Now search for the area for receivables. Expand it. Click on the billing icon. Now this we call as the task list. Click on it. Here we do have a create transaction. Create transaction. So as you can see, we do have a three sections in our transaction page. The very first section is general information. Here you used to provide the basic details like for which business unit you are going to create a transaction, for which source. The source can be like, let's say, invoice, credit memo, debit memo. It's manual or how it is automatic, this type of things. Transaction type is the same way like and based upon the source only it will be deciding the transaction number. So these are the details which we need to fill it up. And next we have currencies, transaction date, accounting date, these are the things. And the second section we do have a customer. So for which customer you are going to bill, like for which customer you are going to bill it, that customer details you need to give it over here. And the last section we do have is invoice line. So in the invoice line, you can see we do have a invent items, description, memo line, unit of measure, quantity, unit price, and some more details are there, which I will not going that far as well. So let's talk about item. So let's say if you have implemented O2Cs and you do have an inventory and all the item details over there, so what you can do is just click on the search item and search for that particular item for which the customer has taken the service and you are going to bill to that particular customer against this item. So as we have an implemented O2C, so what we can do is we will just be typing the descriptions, quantity and unit price. So these are the mandatory field during the time of the transaction creation. Rest are not mandatory. Here you can see the memo line. Let's say you haven't taken the product, you have taken a service. So we have created a memo line as a part of our basic setups. So that memo line, you can search it here. Yeah, this is the memo line which I had created during the time of my basic setups. So let's say whenever you will click on this, you can see the details of description has been filled up automatically, and items column has been like ignore or you can say freeze. Why you haven't taken the product? Product means items. You have taken the service, and based upon that service only, you are going to the bill to the customer. You had provided a service, not a item. Let me close this and I will show you if I will not select the item how it looks like. I will not select items, This is the description. So I will write like, let me start from here first. For Bell US business unit, I am going to create this transaction. Transaction source is my Bell invoice. In the same way, we have credit memo, and I will be creating a debit memo as well. That is a part of a different process. We will be going through some different days. Next, transaction date, accounting date, it will be picking it up from your system date. Now, for which customer I am going to bill? Bell. As I have only one customer as Bell, so that's the reason it has picked it up automatically. Now, let's say one customer have 3, 4 sites. So in that case, whenever you will be giving the customer details for site and all, it will be coming it as a drop down. Currently, I had created only one site. That's the reason it is picking up only one site. Next, we have description. Description, let's say KT. I'll be writing test transaction 002. See, if I am not selecting the memo line, item column is still over here. It is not going to freeze it because we have like given the item to the customer, not a service this time. Quantity of one unit price, you can say, let's give 60. Now, here you can see the drop down. Drop down is for save and close, but we are just going to save it. So click it over here, save. Once it is saved, here also we do have complete and create another. Once you will be clicking on complete and create another, it will be landing into the another transaction creation page. So we don't want to do that. We'll just be clicking on the drop down, and there you can click on complete and close. That will be following in our from different like next process. Currently, I want to show you all the accounts and all, so I will be clicking it over complete and review. So once it has been in the state of complete and review, click on action, go to the section called as review distribution. Click on here. So you can see the accounting entries during the time of the creation of the transaction is receivables to revenue. And receivables accounts, so my natural account is the third segment, right? Account. So you can see 11015. So the very first question, from where does it pick? So let's check into the receivable system option. So you can see in the receivable system option configuration, we do have only the tax account, realized gain account, or sorry, realized loss account, cross currency rounding account, and realized gain account. These four accounts are mandatory. Rest you can see there is no account over here. So from where does it pick? So definitely it is not picking it up from the receivable system option. So what we can do is we can close this. I had just opened it up just to show like it will not pick it from here. Close. It not required. Now, so does it pick from the transaction type level? Like we have selected a type during the time of creation of this transaction, right? Bell invoices. So what I did it, I had checked in the transaction type level. You can see the receivable account is 13005. Okay. And what is our accounting for receivables? 11015. Okay. And what is our transaction type? 13005. So obviously it hasn't picked from transaction type level also. Then why we have provided over here if it is not picking it up from transaction type level? We will see that as well. So from where it has picked, it is picked it up from auto accounting rule. So during the time of the basic setups, we do have a setups called as auto accounting rules configuration. So it has picked it up from here. You can see the receivables account. Scroll down. The account is 11015. Okay, and it's a constant value. Means first the system look into the auto accounting rule, and if we provide any constant value like 11015, it will pick it up from here. Correct? Now let me show you why it hasn't picked it up from the transaction type level and when it can pick it up. So I will just delete this one receivables. Okay, add. I'm just selecting the values business unit and receivables. This we know how we are going to create company. Now you can see we have value source and we have an option called as null. Null means you can provide a constant value. Now, if we select a transaction type, okay, and the same way if I will be selecting the transaction type. So what system will do is whenever you are going to create a transaction, system will come and see in the auto accounting rule section like what we have given the value source. So system will see okay like for account he had given as transaction type. So what system will do based upon this it will go to the transaction type. So transaction type is here. It will pick it up the receivables and revenue account from transaction type. You can do in this way also for let's say receivables account you want transaction type and other you can give a constant value that is also possible based upon the different scenarios. Like one company need two type of transaction type and transaction source for particular one business or unit only and they want to segregate the account that is also possible. So we are clear now from where it is picking up receivables and revenue account. I'll close this and close this as well. So we have created a transaction. Okay, let me copy this transaction number, save and close. Cool. Great. So now we're gonna create a receipt for this particular transaction. Click on navigator again, go to the section called as receivables, and under those receivables, search for the task called as accounts receivables. Click on it. For transaction, we went to billing, and for receipt, we will be going to the accounts receivables. Click on here. Click on the task list, create receipt. Select the business unit, the receipt class and method, and receipt method you can type manually. Let's say I will be giving the same receipt as transaction number and receipt. Okay, for KT. And our amount was 60 rupees. On which bank you are going to receive the payment from the customer, that bank is popping it up from here. Let's say you have three for multiple banks, that is also possible. Then you can select it from the drop down. And which customer is going to make you the payment. So we do have only one customer, Bell. Now once we have provided all the details over here, what we're gonna do is we can click on the drop down, submit and apply manually. Once we are done, here is a section in the down area, add open receivables. Click on it, give the transaction number. Transaction number means the receipt reference number. Okay, click on search. This is the receipt number. Click it, click on add, click on done. Okay, now click on save. Simply you can do the save and close also, receipt will be created. Mm, okay, I can't do I think so post to ledger. Let's see because transaction I haven't did. I believe. Let me have a look on that. Does it allow or not? But actually we are cleared like from where does it pick? Yes. So I haven't created accounting for a transaction. So system will not allow me to create accounting for the receipts as well. So great. Like it's okay. We know that like from where does the account is picking up receivables and revenue to cash and whatever it may be. So save and close. Still, let me do one thing. I will go to billing, search for the transaction. What was the transaction number? 5002. Click it here. Action. Post to ledger. just to show you guys how to final accounting we can generate view accounting. This is the accounting entry for transaction. Click on done, save and close. Now let me show you the accounting entry for receipt as well. Task list, manage receipt because receipts has been created or for bal customer search 60 action post to ledger. And here also the same logic, it would be the accounting bigger. Okay, it might be some different error that can be figure it out later. Receipt created. So this is our accounting entry for the receipt. Cash to receivables. So we are done with the creation of the transaction as well as on the receipts, and for that error I will be having a look on it. My agenda for today was to show you how to create a transaction and how to create a receipt and from where those accounting it is picking up. So we are good, like we are good with account derivation. So for with this we had came to the end of this topic, and from very next video what I will be doing is I will be covering some interesting process from accounts receivables like debit memo, credit memo, how it is different from the accounts receivables on account receive. Like I had gone through one videos in accounts payable as supplier refund. So accounts receivable will be the customer refund. This type of topic I will be covering it up. And next, there are multiple topics like API netting. Yes, there are many. So I will try to find out one, and we'll be making a separate videos on that particular topics. So thanks everyone. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you had liked this video, and I will make sure like to make more interesting videos. If you want some interesting topic which I haven't covered for accounts payable, that also you can pin me or put it in the comment box. I will try to figure it out and cover that topic as well. So thank you. Thanks everyone. Please do like, subscribe and share this video.